They call it spring fever, but in my world right now, it's spring chaos. From white fungus to seedlings hitting the lights to the zinnia bomb and mystery plants that even the plant apps can't identify. I'm getting hit really hard. But amid the chaos, there have been some major successes. I'm going to show you how I conquered the icky fuzz, MacGyvered my grow lights again, and DIY'd a trellis. You'll find out the secret to the best free mulch, and we'll see if my zinnias actually made it. Gardening isn't perfect. It's about handling the mess when things don't go to plan. So I'm going to roll with the punches and get things done. Are you with me? I walked into my grow room this morning and my heart sank. White fungus. I was so focused on saving my seedlings that I only have a quick shot of the icky fuzz. In a panic, I searched online looking for a fix. Google suggested that a dusting of cinnamon will kill the monster and assured me it's a safe and natural fungicide. But I'm not stopping there. I'm also setting up this fan for better air circulation, which is lacking in my flower grow room. It's backwards so the airflow doesn't blast my seedlings directly, destroying their stems. Actually, the light breeze will help them strengthen their stems, which is another plus. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping this combination does the trick. And it's time to MacGyver the grow lights again, otherwise I'm gonna lose some more seedlings. Look at this. They have totally hit the lights and run out of room. I have to MacGyver the light stand to give them more space. If I leave it like this, they're just gonna burn and die. And these snow peas, they're gonna need a trellis when they hit the dirt. First off, this shelf has to go and all the seedlings get moved to the floor. With the shelf out of the way, there's nothing blocking the plants now. I just moved the lights up to the next rack and use wood slats to hang the extra lights. This extends the reach, giving all the plants below lots of light. The great thing about using wire to hang the lights is that I can shorten the loops to raise them as the seedlings get taller. Okay, so now they have got lots of room to grow and the lights cover the whole area. Oh my goodness, I seriously need a break from all this indoor drama. I'm going outside to do something fun, a DIY trellis. My snow peas are going in the dirt today and they are climbers, so they need something right now. These snow peas are definitely ready to move outdoors, so it's time to build a trellis for them to climb. My plan is very simple. It needs to be tall for those long vines, but compact enough to fit right in my lettuce patch. With just some wood, nails, and a little bit of paint, it only took about an hour to give these peas the support that they need. And look, I already have a pea. Isn't that amazing? I can't wait to have them in my salad this summer. And I also planted the cabbage here. They're getting really, really big, and I don't think I have enough room for them here. So I'm gonna have to probably get rid of one, and I'll just give it to my neighbor. I think he'll like that. Okay, so now the first seedlings have finally hit the dirt. This is awesome. Next week, I'll transplant the rest of them. Before I clean up my garden and make some free mulch, I'm gonna head inside to see how my seedlings are doing. 7 weeks in, and some are thriving while others are not. Quincy just came for a visit, see what was going on down here. The poppies and foxglove have officially hit a wall. They've completely stalled under the lights, so I'm moving them outside this week to let Mother Nature take over. And then there's the zinnias. I've lost more of the originals when the leaves turn brown and shriveled up just like before, but the ones that are still hanging up might just make it. Just in case, I have some new seedlings that are looking way healthier. Turns out bottom watering was the magic trick they needed. Lesson learned. Let's head back out to the garden. I've got some cleanup to do. I'm gonna make the best mulch ever, and I need to find room for my seedlings that are gonna hit the dirt pretty soon. Well, spring has been late this year. It's the beginning of May and it's only starting to warm up. But it is time to clean up the garden, so let's get started. Isn't it great to finally be back out in the garden after a cold and dark winter? I don't even mind clearing out all the dead branches because I know under all of this is a plant waking up from a long sleep. And the best part of the cleanup? Recycling nature to feed my plants. Every spring when I looked at my garden covered in leaves and branches, I always saw a mess that needed to be thrown out. Now I know this isn't trash. It's actually the secret to a healthy garden, and it's absolutely free. I used to spend a fortune on mulch, so I'm excited to try using the leaves and see how the nutrients transform my garden. And shredding the leaves helps break them down faster, and it just looks so much cleaner. I'm going to mix them in with the soil. That looks really good. The mulch will suppress the weeds and lock in moisture as the sun gets hotter. And my favorite part? My plants get what they need, and it costs me absolutely nothing. My plants are gonna love this. Oh my goodness, this was such a busy week. There were a lot of challenges, but I rolled with the punches and turned the chaos into successes. I saved my seedlings from fungus and leaf burn, and I even sowed more zinnia seeds. My tiny garden is now clean, reorganized, mulched, and ready for summer with room for all my new plants. And I even got the sugar snap peas and the cabbage in the dirt. Next time, I'll harden off the seedlings so they get used to life outside, and then they'll go into the dirt. It's the day I've been working towards for the last 2 months. Come back next time to see if I found room for all my seedlings and if I solved the plant mystery. See you next time. I'm Sherry, and this is Frost to Flowers.